Hey guys, this month we're talking about programming. And programming is, I think, the most important part of the game, because without programming there's nothing. So they actually have most of the parts in the game that come together with them. So level design, 3D art, music, everyone always needs them. So you can't have enough of them. They always are required highly. So I remember our first programmer, that is Remco. He's, I think, the oldest member of Kaioken, sitting here working at the company. He really saw everything in the company, in the process, in all the games we've tried. And currently, he's still here, and he's having a very important task right now to make the technical part work. And he does that together with Waiki. And it's interesting if you see them talk, because they usually are very modest about everything. Like, they're not showing too much with what they've done or what they did or what they are going to do. But they are actually the real engine of the team, because they make everything come alive in the game. So I think it's funny to see them talk. They're going to talk about maybe their inspiration on what brought them to this technical side, because it's not so much creative. Well, it's creative, but it's not in a visual way. It's usually you need a kind of a mind setting for this. So enjoy, and see you later.
So today we're here with our two badass programmers. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Remco. Some people might already know me from the streams. And yeah, I've been here for a while.
I'm Waiki. I'm usually behind the scenes, never in cameras. And I've been here for a couple of months now, 3-4 months.
Alright, so guys, first off, what inspired you to get into programming? What kind of people get into programming?
You first?
Well, actually, it's because I always was kind of creative. I like to build stuff. I used to play a lot with Lego and when I was small. And once my interest in computer games came to be, my hobby just kept growing, and I just wanted to make games on my own. And I started to go find education that lined up with that interest. So.
Okay, so yeah, I always also created things with Lego and K'NEX and all this stuff. But what really inspired me to start programming was playing Warcraft 3 a lot. There was this world editor that I really liked playing around with, so I started making levels. And later I was a clan owner at the time, so I was using this program called SelfBot. I noticed that they were looking for volunteers to improve the program, and so I started learning programming just so I could help them out and improve my social experience in Warcraft.
That's really so. You actually got into programming through modding stuff, kinda.
Yes.
I remember playing StarCraft levels that were modded. That was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what each of you do? Like, what are your roles within programming at Kaioken, and what kind of tasks does a programmer actually have to do?
Well, I think it's mainly about implementing new functionalities. For example, like being able to carry an object, or have a actor with an AI running around and following you, for example, with Ace. And a lot of time also goes into like optimizing and fixing bugs.
So for me, primarily so far has been looking at workflows, the efficiencies, and trying to tackle those. A lot of functionality we had were prototypes, but we didn't really have a reusable form of quickly for the designers to quickly implement again. So that's what we have been up to a lot lately.
All right, cool. All right, I got a little Q&A for you guys here. So what did you guys each study? Did you actually study programming?
Actually, I started with ICT. How do you say that? Like employee or like co-worker? Another
Like an apprenticeship kind of
yeah,
thing.
apprenticeship sort of kind of. And it's a very roundabout education about just everything ICT related. So I was laying down networks, setting up servers. I was creating websites. I was creating little games, and I was taking computers apart and knowing each part and what kind of cables connect where and such. It was very, very rough, and you get like a lot of experience with a lot of different fields. Later on, I aimed more at like the application developer side. So I was really like programming a lot more and making applications for Windows. And after that, I decided to do my, I think it's called a master or a bachelor, my bachelor in de Hogeschool van Amsterdam. And
Where you met Koen and Johan, actually, right?
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
And I ended up in the same class with them, and there was this course for informatics that was aimed at game development only, game technology sort of. And yeah, that's kind of how I ended up being in this
Cool.
position. So.
Wyke, what about you?
So I messed up my elementary school, which is somehow possible. So I had to do one of the lowest levels of high school, which meant that I needed to pick a career at the age of 10 already.
Really? That's I don't know what I would do at the age of 10.
Is that right? No, that's the age of 12. So I chose electrical engineering because I was 12, I didn't know any better. I learned how to do electrical wiring, so connecting lights or just making anything powered.
It's very cool. Yeah.
So that's how I started in anything electrical. Then I later moved on to study IT, just like Remco did. I was working with hardware and mostly server management stuff. I worked in the help desk for a while, and then later I just got bored of it and started programming. So that's right about when I started programming with my games.
Oh, cool.
And I started out as web development, but I really found it boring. So I quickly switched over to games.
Very cool. All right, what for both of you here is personal. What is your favorite programming language, and what's your favorite engine?
Well, at the moment, my favorite programming language would be like C++. Although, because I don't really see blueprints as programming language, I see it more as a scripting language. And yeah, my favorite engine, yeah, I think at this point it should be a real F4. So, yeah.
You, Mr. Wyke?
My favorite language is C++ by a lot. It's not my best language, unfortunately, but it is my favorite. And engine, I don't really have preference towards any. I've worked in Unity a lot, I worked in Unreal for a while now. Like both have their ups and downs, so I don't have a favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite game, or what is the game you're playing right now that you're into?
Favorite game ever is gonna be Warcraft 3. It's what started everything. It's what I played for 12, 13 years. I still play to this day every now and then.
Yeah, so my favorite game is gonna have to be Diablo 2.
Blizzard guys over here.
Yeah.
Wyke,
Well-
you actually told me once that you would leave KOK immediately if Blizzard offered you a job.
Yes.
Well, the thing is, I do also have a great love for World of Warcraft. However, the amount of fun and replayability I had with Diablo 2, it just kept me coming back, and it has this dark setting and there's still so much mystery around it, and I just find the world and the gameplay very interesting because you never know what you find. Everything you find is usable in some way. You can collect stuff, you can combine stuff a lot. So it's like, it's some kind of treasure hunt that just keeps addicting. And,
Okay.
and you have a lot of freedom with the classes that you play with and the skills that you choose. So it's just, yeah.
Waiki, we always like to ask a couple of random questions. Is it true that your family owns a bowling alley?
Yes, they do. They do.
That's really cool. And it's a pool hall and Chinese food?
Chinese food, Dutch food, yes.
Very cool. All right, and Remco, what is a waifu and are you one? Charlene gave me that question.
No, I'm not. And a waifu, that's like a female character from a show or a game that you just really that you're a big fan of.
Okay.
For I mean a lot of people have like a favorite actor or actress that they dream of marrying someday, you know. It's kind of similar. So, but waifus are most generally from animes or cartoons.
Okay.
So, yeah, if you have a favorite female character from one of those shows, then you call that a waifu.
Okay. Cool. I did not know that, so I'm glad that I do know that. Guys, thank you so much for taking the time to answer all these questions. You guys are awesome. Say goodbye to everybody, and
Yeah.
thanks a lot.
Goodbye.
See you guys.
Hey guys, back again for another month of development series. This month we're talking about...
Maybe take off your coat. Oh wait, it looks like a
No.
different month.
That's true. It's really true.
When he got him, he's like, fuck, got him.
That's a nice one. So enjoy and see you later.
Booyah.
Perfecto.
Very cool.
Thanks.